we have here is an example of how to speedrun an actual good idea into the ground and make sure nobody ever purchases it. And I'm not even joking. Trench Crusade has speedrun making a company fail in less than a year. Things Disney and Ubisoft have dreamed about doing but haven't been able to do in at least 5 years. Unfortunately for Trench Crusade, it doesn't have enough of other people's money to spend on itself to keep it afloat. And now, what am I talking about, Sleazy? Why are you talking about Trench Crusade speedrunning failure? Trench Crusade, when they initially announced it, sounded like a fantastic idea with a ton of potential, and everybody was hype about it. All the 40k fanboys were all about it. They're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna start getting into Trench Crusade. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna crusade against the demons, boys. And then Trench Crusade had to come out and say, we don't want any chuds. We only want our communist friends involved with this. You're not allowed to play. We hate you. Leave us alone. They quit posting on Twitter to go to PDF file Sky. Yes, Blue Sky, the one where all the PDF files fled when Elon took off Twitter and they're all sharing illegal content. And with the way 2025 is going, they might end up in prison relatively soon as the feds start looking into Blue Sky. Yeah, that one. But that's not enough. The reason I have the Trench Crusade Twitter pulled up is because it still has 62,000 followers on it. A lot of them are remnants who have been like, yeah, I don't care that they're woke liberals. I'm still going to follow and keep up with it. And then the people who don't actually care about Trench Crusade, who are never going to play it, never going to read it, and are just, pandering for the intention and to get the woke points. Well, Trench Crusade's team decided that they were going to abandon Twitter for Blue Sky. Let's see how that went for them. They shed almost their entire fan base to go over to Blue Sky so that they can pander to the woke mob who doesn't actually support them. Now I'm going to jump over here because this is always funny every time I see it, where the team that created this, that worked on Trench Crusader, had a nice presentation where they, mistake number 3, piss off some huge internet influencers. No, you pissed off your fan base, not the influencers, but let's keep going. Many extremist influencers were attracted to the project, thinking it was about endorsing their views. No, we liked the setting. We liked the idea of crusading with World War I tech against literal demons who have opened gates from hell to the surface of Earth. That's what we were interested in. Not your politics, not your views, your actual game. Unlike the people you're pandering to, and now have to redesign entire things because you pissed them off, we kicked them out with a vengeance. You kicked out your entire supportive base. You have nothing now. They sent out to attack Trench Crusade as they have done with many games, films, and comics. We never attacked the game. We liked the game. You guys were just retarded and listened to Twitter people. Well, at the time, Twitter people. Now it's Blue Sky people, but, we're going to get away from the commie speak here. With their huge reach and hundreds of thousands of followers, things looked grim. No, they looked grim because of your decisions. But let's keep going. How have your decisions panned out? Well, Trench Crusaders just launched its gameplay map that lists all the factions and where everything is so people can create storylines and play against stuff and have fun and enjoy it with friends. Only they've gotten rid of the people that do that and now only to pander to Blue Sky people who have no friends. They are now getting attacked because the map they made is xenophobic and racist. I'm not even joking. A fictional world where the Crusades never really ended and it's now World War I and they're fighting demons on Earth is now xenophobic. The communists can't separate reality from fantasy. They can't do it. They are incapable. They have no coherent thought. The only thing they can see is what's directly in front of them, and what they see is a map of Europe and the Middle East in fire and assume xenophobia and racism. But it's not just this one person. I know everybody is using this one to cover this stuff, but we can jump over. There are multiple people that they have pandered to for the last year after they dumped their entire base that would have supported them in favor of the commies here. Now they are getting attacked because it is never going to be enough. You can never bend the knee to the woke retards ever. Ever. You must curb stomp them out. You can give them nothing.
Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
But it is, the threads go on and on and on about how racist and xenophobic Trench Crusader is. And I want to bring a throwback to an old tweet here because I thought this was hilarious. That the Cope, 10 months, 10 months is all it took. 10 months to destroy this entire game, that it has no hope of being successful here. Culture War locusts swarmed Trench Crusade because they thought the art looked based. They stunk up the Discord and got squished, then abandoned Trench Crusader and declared it dead. They were never part of it to begin with. After everything we have just covered, this absolute weirdo is at only a world away must be licking their wounds because Trench Crusader has literally speedrun how to destroy your entire company in less than a year. It has lost 90% of its followers on the internet. All the crowdfunding that they did, nobody wants it anymore. I know sometimes you can't get refunds. You're probably not going to get a refund. They're just going to take the money and run. Then again, they're kind of stupid enough that if they abandon 90% of their base to appeal to the woke mob who doesn't actually buy their product, they're probably going to blow the money anyway. And they might be sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars in plastic that they can't sell, that nobody wants, which is actually kind of funny to me. I think it's just desserts for the people that do this. And yes, I know Grums is a lying scam artist who stole $600,000 from people to go make adult content, and we're never getting that game. Yes, I know he's a vile POS, and he deserves the same fate as the Trench Crusaders team. I am well aware of that. But we're focusing on Trench Crusade, okay? But it's just funny that the cope was, no, we're going to be successful, and now they can't sell their product because they stepped out of line in a make-believe fantasy setting. I guess they forgot that the white people are always supposed to be bad and we're supposed to be the demons, and that the fact that they put it somewhere else in the world goes against the woke narrative in any way, shape, or form. I guess they forgot that they're not allowed to do that. Everybody has to think the exact same thing. You know, that's kind of how communism works. As soon as people start not believing, it all falls apart because it is all fiction and never actually works. But anywho, if you're like me and thought Trench Crusade was going to be fun until the creation team decided to speedrun its death, or you were interested and didn't know, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section, guys. But while you're there, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this one out. Until the next one, guys, be easy like Sleazy.